Okay, I'm back again. Susanna in Ohio here. When I left off the last time, I told you that we're going to stitch this little bird. Um, he is actually going to be the front of my journal cover, along with these holly leaf appliques and berries that we've made. But first, just to say and clarify, this piece of canvas that I'm working on right now is the entire cover of my journal. And I painted him directly on the canvas, and I have it backed with a piece of felt. You can use batting, or in another country, you call it wadding. I did stabilize it around the edge with some glue, Fabri-Tac, just a little bit. If I had all my supplies here, I would have just spray basted it a little bit. But it's ready to go, and we're going to slowly, and I mean slowly because I don't want to make any mistakes here, and we're going to stitch him on free motion. Now, the reason I want to stitch around him is these free floating appliques are stitched. So I want to have everything in the excuse me, now I got the hiccups. I want to have everything cohesive and look the same. Now, apologies right away if you hear voices and pounding. They're working outside my window, but I'm going to go ahead and do this because I might not have another chance today to do it. We talked about some of the basics for free motion sewing when I stitched around the holly leaves. So if you want to see that, just go back to the former video and see what I've done. I'm looking here to see if my camera position can be any better than it is. And let's get the lighting just a little closer. Okay. Now, stitching around him will make him a little bit puffy. And I want that. Another reason I put that felt, or could be batting, in there. And I'm just going to lower my needle, and again, a few little stitches just to secure. And then with my hands, I'm going to stitch around him. And I'm going to go slow because I don't have my gloves and there's no room for a bad mistake on this. Okay, now I realize I need to turn this and cut this extra thread off. And I need to have it in a position that I can see exactly what I'm doing. This might be a little better for you. Let's see about getting it down just a little closer for part of it, and then we'll put we'll back it up so you can get a bigger perspective. All right, now I want to make sure I'm holding on to this piece of fabric at this point, because just the tension, the pushing against the resistance, or maybe it's not sliding on my sewing plate very good. I want to keep hold of it and make sure this goes where I want it to go. Now I'm right here at the wingtip, so I'm just going to go around these major wing clusters. And see, I let up on my tension on my hands, and the pressure of this fabric pushing against the throat of my machine caused it to jump a little bit. Now I'm just following my wing pattern a little bit, and let me see if I can get this lighting even better. I never know what's good, bad, or otherwise. I can see there's a big shadow there. Not sure where it's coming from. Oh well. Okay, so I'm going to swing him around so I can see where the patterns are in these wing feathers. And I'm just going to outline a couple major sections of his wings. Feathers, I should say. Now I'm going to swing him around. I'm already laughing at those guys out there working. As long as they have to be working that hard, it's good to hear them having fun. Since my sister's moved into this house, she has done so much to it, and it needed done. Nice house, but sorely abused in the past, and terrible remodeling job that she's almost happened to redo totally. All right. Now, anytime you're stitching along, you're moving the fabric yourself. If you get hesitant, uncomfortable, feel like your hands are not in control, stop. Reposition your hands. Now, I'm down here at this little beak, and there's not much definition for the beak in the painting. And I left it that way knowing that I would put it in with this stitching. So let's see how I did. Okay, far as I can see, I'm okay. Now, I'm going to try to travel back through the line on his beak to get to where I want to go. Now, this breast of this bird is kind of fluffy in the photograph that I went by. So I'm just going to give my stitches kind of a little tooth effect. Let's see how I did. Pretty good. Pretty good. You can see it right there. And I'll just continue that back this way. And then we'll see what else we need to do to him. And his rump under here was kind of fluffy too. All right, how do we look? Okay, looking pretty good. Asking myself, I should go around these major parts. And so let's see how I can get up there. I think I will just secure my stitch and come up here and start. And now I'll have to secure my stitch here as well. Okay. Now, if you're doing anything tedious, do any of you hold your breath? Oh, I tend to do that a lot. So we'll just give that a little rough edge with the stitching to implicate feathers. Now I'm coming down close to his eye. I've got his cheek area stitched all except right there, so I want to come down there. And when I do this little bib area, that will automatically define. Now, when you're free motion sewing, if you want a more organic look, you can go around your image more than once, because you will surely not get the threads right on top of each other, and that gives it a more painterly, kind of drawing type effect. Now, I'm real happy with him so far, except I think I do want to try to go around his eye. So I'm going to move over to here, and of course I'm going to hold my breath on this one. I want to go around just the black part and leave that little shadow. I should say light area. I think I'll go around again. Okay. All right, I'm ready to show you. I think we're good. Let me cut these threads. Okay. I'm happy with him. All right, let's back out. I forgot to do that, didn't I? Don't hold any of that against me. Trying to juggle many balls in the air here. Okay, I'm real happy with him. So that is free motion stitching on an image that I painted myself. All right, think about how you can use that and make something for your next project. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you're following me through this entire series. This journal cover I think is going to be real nice and very appropriate time of the year, because it's going to definitely be winter. A person could turn it into Christmas if they wanted to, but it can go all winter if not. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.